Welcome back to Talent Hub Talk. Today, I'm going to provide a quick overview of what we saw in the first quarter of 2025 across the ANZ Salesforce market. So starting with the positives. From the data we have, we can see that the volume of Salesforce jobs being advertised in both Australia and New Zealand was up for Q1, both compared to Q4 of 2024, as well as looking back to the figures in Q1 2024. The market definitely seems to be trending up, so let's hope that continues and gains further pace. The highest demand still seems to be in the government space, whether that's working directly for government departments as contractors or working through Salesforce partners who are engaged to deliver services to different departments. The highest volume of the hiring we are seeing is still to work on federal government projects in Australia, especially for Salesforce developers and technical leads, even more so with Omnis Studio experience. And in the last few weeks, we have seen some Salesforce partners mass hiring for Omnis Studio skills, some looking for up to 15 people at a time. The challenge here is that a lot of these roles do require Australian citizens. So if you are an Australian citizen, you're a Salesforce developer with Omnis Studio skills, the market really is hot for you right now. Likewise, if you have an Australian citizen Salesforce developer with Omnis Studio skills in your team, you better be treating them well. The theme throughout the last few months in my conversations with Salesforce partners is that people are frustrated with how long Salesforce and procurement processes are taking. Salesforce partners are seeing decisions being drawn out, often pushed out, and sometimes cancelled at the final hurdle. This is consistent for small partners through to major global SIs, and it has unfortunately resulted in some partners making redundancies in the quarter. Obviously, no partners want to find themselves in this situation, but it seems like getting the balance of managing resources with managing sales cycles is as hard as it has ever been. Another area that we have seen high demand this quarter is for Salesforce salespeople, mainly working for partners and selling services. Unfortunately, most partners really only want to hire people with previous Salesforce sales experience, which makes this a really candidate short area and a bit of a closed shop for people looking to transition from other sales roles. Top performing salespeople are often well looked after in their companies. And to my previous point, they are often managing long sales cycles, which means they're often looking to stick around and get sales across the line. So it's very difficult to get people to move out of choice. And often people that are looking to move have either been mistreated in a current role or potentially have missed target in a previous role and are therefore looking to make a change. So yeah, really finding top salespeople in the ecosystem is very difficult. And I don't know the answer to how we get more people into this talent pool, as it's really going to take a shift in thinking from a lot of the partners. In terms of candidates, a theme I've noticed is that when people are considering moving, more than ever, they are now looking for something very different from what they're currently doing. In the past, potentially people were moving for money motivated reasons, so potentially looking for a slight pay rise. And a good example of this is a number of people who I've seen and who are looking to move into an end user environment from consulting, as an example, or people looking to move into contracting and out of permanent roles. We aren't seeing many people that are just looking to do the same job for a different company for a slightly higher pay rise. So that's definitely a trend I've noticed. People, when they are looking to move, they want something that's very different from what they're doing now. One of the more common requests I've seen recently is for Salesforce functional consultants and solution architects who want to move out of consulting and into product owner or platform manager roles within end users. So that's been something I've noticed as a bit of a trend when I'm having conversations with functional consultants or solution architects and they are open to moving. It's quite common for them to want to move out of consulting and into that end user kind of product owner role. Wow, I can't believe I'm this far into the podcast and I haven't mentioned Agentforce yet. So I'm sure you'll have heard a lot about Agentforce over the last few months, and it's been great to see some of the initiatives different partners have been working on in this space. So far, most of the concepts I've seen have been with small to medium businesses, and I haven't really seen much going on in the enterprise space yet. I still think a lot of the work we are seeing is for fairly straightforward use cases, things like scraping information from knowledge. So I'm excited to see more complex stuff as it comes through over the coming months. We have definitely started seeing some partners specifically asking for people with Agentforce and or data cloud skills. but there really aren't many people around with much experience in this space. Obviously, still new technology. So it's definitely an area to be upskilling in if you are looking to make yourself as employable and marketable as you can be. There's a lot of talk in the market about companies expecting people to return to the office and increasing a number of days per week in the office. And I've heard plenty of stories about this, but I'm still definitely seeing plenty of hybrid roles. I'd say that through the quarter just gone, the most common working arrangement was hybrid, and it's still very much the norm. Fully remote roles are becoming a bit rarer. They still do exist in some cases, but I have actually seen a number of candidates looking to leave fully remote roles now for more office time, people wanting to be around other people, be around other team members. And one of the reasons they're moving out of a role is because it's remote and the company don't offer an office. So that's something I've noticed recently as well. So a bit of an up and down quarter. Jobs are on the up, but sales cycles are dragging. And unfortunately, there are still redundancies happening in the ecosystem. Let's hope for a big push as we move into Q2 of the year. And I hope the volume of opportunities continues to trend in a positive direction. As always, please feel to reach out if there's anything I can do to help. And I look forward to working with you and speaking with you soon.